What if you could actually hire a team that works around the clock, 24/7, never gets tired, and can solve some of your most complex problems? Well, that's the promise of what we're talking about today, Agentic AI. And look, this isn't just another buzzword or some tech trend. It's a really fundamental shift in how we work with artificial intelligence. We're making a huge leap from AI that can chat with you to AI that can actually act for you. So let's dive in. So let's just start with this one big idea. Just imagine for a second, what if your most critical, most complicated systems, the ones that are basically the lifeblood of your business, what if they could just manage themselves? Think about it. Systems that can find problems, tune their own performance, and handle all the boring routine stuff, all without someone constantly looking over their shoulder. That's the future we're stepping into right now. Now, to really get why this is such a big deal, we need to talk about the unsung hero of the global economy, the mainframe. It's this silent workhorse, right? The invisible engine that pretty much powers our entire world. I mean, just how important is it? Well, think about that coffee you bought this morning or the flight you booked online. There's a really, really good chance a mainframe processed that transaction. In fact, over 70% of the world's most mission-critical business transactions are running on these systems. They are the absolute foundation of our modern economy. But here's the catch. The teams that manage these incredibly important systems, they are stretched really thin. They're facing this huge skills gap as the experts start to retire, and at the same time, they're under enormous pressure to modernize everything without breaking it. So the big question is, how do we help these teams and make these critical systems even more powerful and reliable? Well, the solution is really found in this incredible evolution that's been happening with AI. And to understand where we're going, we first have to look at how far we've come. It's a journey that takes us from an AI that can just talk to one that can actually do. Okay, so first we got generative AI, right? Think ChatGPT. It's amazing at creation. You can ask it to write a poem, summarize a long report, you name it. It takes a ton of information and creates something brand new. This is AI that creates. Then things got a little more sophisticated with conversational AI. These are the AI assistants that can actually understand context, have a real dialogue, and guide you through stuff. This is AI that chats, and it makes technology feel a whole lot more human. But now we're at the real turning point. What if the AI didn't just tell you how to book a trip, but what if it actually did it for you? Imagine an AI that coordinates everything. It books the flight, reserves the hotel, even schedules your dinner reservations. This is the giant leap. This is AI that works. And this new era of AI that can do things is what we call agentic AI. You should really think of it as a virtual workforce, ready to tackle complex, multi-step jobs. So what exactly is an AI agent? Okay, let's break it down. An AI agent is basically an autonomous system that can do three key things. It can reason, it can decide, and it can act. So it's not just following a script. You give it a goal, and it has the smarts to figure out the best way to get there, all by itself. The analyst Jason English put it perfectly. He said it's like having a team of mainframe specialists who can meet, collaborate, and figure out how to solve a problem, all without needing constant supervision. That analogy just nails the collaborative power of this. And that's the key, right? A single agent can handle one specific task, sure, but the real magic happens when you have a whole team of these agents working together. Let's say your system slows down. One agent could be diagnosing the problem, another could be checking the database for weird activity, and a third could be getting a solution ready to go, all at the same time. So we have this powerful idea of a collaborative AI workforce. Now, let's see what happens when we unleash this team on the mainframe, which is one of the most complex, high-stakes environments on the entire planet. Okay, the first question everybody asks is, yeah, but can I trust it? I mean, we've all seen AI just make stuff up, right? They call it hallucinating. In a mission-critical world, that's a total non-starter. So the key to making it accurate is grounding the AI in your own trusted data and documentation. This is done with a really cool technique called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. Here's the simple version of how it works. You ask a question. The AI's first move isn't to guess, nope. Instead, it goes and retrieves the answer from your specific company documents and databases. Then it uses that verified info to give you a fact-checked response. The main rule here is simple. If we don't know, we don't guess, period. So what can these agents actually do in the real world? Well, a ton. They can dramatically speed up modernizing old code, like from COBOL to Java. They can automate all the routine maintenance and system health checks. They can even give you recommendations on how to tune performance. Plus, they can act like a 24/7 expert mentor for new hires, walking them through incredibly complex systems.
This is all really impressive technology for sure. But what does it mean for the business, for the bottom line? Let's talk about the payoff, because the numbers here, they're truly transformative. In one real-world project, using AI to understand these tangled legacy systems cut the time it takes to reverse engineer them from 6 weeks for one module down to just 2 weeks. That's a 66% reduction in time. That is a massive acceleration. And when you start applying that kind of speed up across millions of lines of code, the savings are just staggering. One project estimated it saved them 60,000 person days of work. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a completely new way of getting work done.
So at the end of the day, the benefits are crystal clear. You get a huge boost in productivity. You reduce human error and risk. You make it way easier for new staff to get up to speed. And maybe most importantly, you free up your top experts to focus on big picture innovation, not just keeping the lights on.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This lines up perfectly with what the entire industry is seeing. According to Gartner, the #1 thing that CIOs want from generative AI is to increase productivity. Agentic AI is exactly how you unlock that potential.
Which brings us right back to where we started. Agentic AI, it's not science fiction anymore. It's a real, practical tool that can solve some of the toughest challenges in business today. It's a brand new way of working, where people are amplified by this tireless, intelligent digital workforce. So the only question left is your organization ready to deploy its new AI workforce?